Make sure you keep your voices loud and proud to be supporting the Posh ladies tonight for tonight's Her Games in Challenge. Get a good voice over here in the Derby stand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Hello? What's happening? Yeah, okay, no. Okay, so we'll just carry on as normal, yeah? Yeah, alright, no worries, just up. Eddie, we'll go live. Yeah. You're on. You're working. Yeah.
let's just give you a quick reminder of tonight's Team United starting lineup. Give me one team, in goal, where one is Andy Butler. 2 is Kaylee Hammer. 3 is Lee Connor. 4 is Eloise Thompson. Wearing 5 is Cassie Stewart. 6 is Evie Driscoll King.
Good evening and welcome to the Western Homes Stadium where the Peterborough United women are in action this evening against #United Women. We'll give you a run through of the two starting lineups very, very shortly. I'll be joined in a couple of moments by Eddie from the #United setup, who'll be joining me on co-commentary this evening. And to give you the starting lineups, we'll start with the hosts, the Posh women. In goal is number 1, Amy Butler. Number 2 is Kaylee Elmer. 3, Neve Connor. 4, Eloise Copson. 5, Cassie Stewart. 6 is Evie Driscoll King. 7, Katie Stewart. 8 is Stacey McConville. 9 and captain is Keir Perkins. 11 is Megan Parrott. And number 14 is Jess Driscoll. The substitutes for Posh, wearing 10 is Hannah Hipwell. 12 is Trilist A, 15 is Faith Horner, 16 is Trilist B, and 17 is Destiny Makanjuala. In fact, I believe that Nicole Hendrick is actually on the bench for Posh as well. For #United Women, they have a Trilist in goal wearing 1, 2 is Eva Carvalho, 3 Ellie Finneran, 4 Sophie Kelly, 5 Grace Gillard, 6 is Malika Appendia, 7 is Jodie Osborne, 8 is Trilist B, 11 Gemma Baker, 18 Kat Nutman, and 20 is Kelsey Smith. On the bench wearing 9 is Kaylee Winters, and then we have Trilist C wearing 15 and Trilist D wearing 17. Just approaching kick-off here at the Western Home Stadium, two captains just exchanging pleasantries. Eddie has made his way up to the co-coms box. We're hoping that people are watching us. If not, we're just going to be talking to each other for the next 90 minutes, but we'll see how we go.
Suits me.
Plenty of talking, plenty of excitement. Should be a good game this evening, playing for the Her Game 2 Cup. It'll be just 90 minutes though, no extra time or penalties. If it is a draw, the trophy will be shared. Do you want to talk us through #United's team then, and who normally features for you?
Yeah, sure. So we are missing quite a few players. Obviously, it's a bit of a strange time in the season, with the season having finished and pre-season not really started, and also it's a Friday, so there's quite a few people obviously working and stuff. So we're missing quite a few of our regular side, but we have newly contracted Malika Appendia, our top goal scorer, playing 27 goals and 8 assists in 33 games this season for a supposed left back. So not bad.
A left back.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, she's been converted to striker this season. So we've got a few trialists in the side, goalkeeper, and a couple on the bench, as well as the number 8 as well, and of course our usual players: Ellie Finneran, Kat Nutman, Grace Gillard, the skipper, Kelsey Smith, who's featured a few times for the first team, but normally plays for the reserves. Sophie Kelly, Gemma Baker, and Malika, of course, Eva as well, often features from the bench. But that's our side this evening. So it's a fairly strong outfit still.
Well, we are underway. Hashtag in white shirts, black shorts, and white socks. Get the game underway. Kicking from right to left. If anyone is watching, then happy days. If they're not, then hopefully they'll join us at some point. But we'll carry on regardless. We'll have the footage if nothing else. So, Peterborough United in their traditional shirts, blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks. A couple of players actually in the Peterborough United lineup played here as recently as Wednesday as part of the scholarship. The two defenders, Niamh Connor and Eloise Copson, both part of the scholarship programme, so they play every Wednesday normally and then train Wednesday evening, so quite a busy schedule for them. I'm sure you've got a few like that in your setup.
Yeah, there's a few. That's pretty important stat though. It's a lovely pitch, I have to say, and it's nice to play in a ground like this because we obviously don't get the opportunity, especially in women's football. It's not a common occurrence.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to provide the sort of platform for them, and it's great to see so many people here tonight watching the game as well. It's
Eva Carvalho down on this right hand side. Can she get a cross in? She can't. It's good defending there.
Yeah, Eloise, who's normally a centre half actually, is playing out there at left back tonight, sorry, and be a good experience for her. She's still 16.
Yeah, there's quite a few youngsters about.
Yeah, quite a few youngsters. Yeah, there's a couple on the bench as well, Destiny and also part of the scholarship programme, and Nicole, who's 16, 17 as well. Makes me feel incredibly old, but then I am incredibly old, so that's probably the reason as to why.
Corner then taken by the regular corner taker Sophie Kelly. It's into a good area. Grace Gillard's there. Oh, it's just wide. I think it's a goal kick.
Yeah, referee's given a corner
against the linesman.
Yeah, it's referee was closer to be fair, so probably had a better sight of it. But corners have been a bit of an Achilles heel for Posh this season in terms of goals conceded.
Well, not to alarm you, they've been a fairly decent way of us scoring goals this season. Sophie Kelly swings another one into a good area. Grace Gillard is there. It's a great stop from the keeper, but it's still not away. Yeah,
Carnage.
free kick.
Carnage. Yeah, I think set pieces, if they're your strong point, and they have caused a few alarms for us this season, so obviously, as with any corner kick, whatever level you play at, it's about going and attacking the ball, and Posh need to get more of those players who are willing to do that. But with corners like the ones that have been swung in just then, they are going to cause a bit of problems. Yeah,
especially into those sorts of areas. It's a good area from Sophie Kelly, the corner taker, and it's one of them ones where you don't know whether to come or go as a goalkeeper, do you?
Exactly. Foul on Megan Parrott, the Posh number 11, who's playing as a wing back. Good delivery into the box if she gets the opportunity to. I'm pretty confident that people on the Posh YouTube channel are watching the game at this moment in time. Those that are coming across potentially from hashtag at this moment, you're very welcome. My name's Phil, and joined by a regular man if you've been listening. Eddie is joining me on co-coms today to provide all the expert analysis.
Less of the expert.
Yeah, I was gambling on the analysis as well, to be honest, but here we are.
We have just shared that, I believe, that link, so hopefully we should have people coming in.
Well, if you are just joining us, it's still goalless between Peterborough United women and hashtag United. Full alarms for Posh in the early exchanges from set pieces, but no goals as yet as Amy Butler launches the ball forward, looking for the skipper Keir Perkins.
Kat Nutman with some work to do. She's done it brilliantly all season. Signed, of course, from Oxford. She had a bit of a break from football when she came in, and has been a pretty, standard centre-back partnership with Grace. Established a very good partnership in the Women's League this season. Yeah,
Keir Perkins, one of two players who've already agreed terms for next season, following on from Jess Driscoll, who was the first, and obviously manager Dan Lawler. A few more to come as the squad is shaped for next season. I think they're looking forward to a break more than anything at this moment in time. It's been a long old season, particularly when you throw in going up a level for Posh, and obviously everything that was affected by COVID the previous two seasons. So it'd be nice to have a regular summer, hopefully, for a lot of these.
Yeah, of course. Nice to get some downtime after the long season that we've all endured.
Exactly. It will be round quickly, I'm sure. Fixtures normally out for the men's team in mid-June, and women's team a little bit further down the line as well. There's Kaylee Omar, the Posh number 2, throws it towards Driscoll, who in turn looks for Perkins, the Posh number 9. Perkins, of course, has been with Posh pretty much from the start. 7 years has been here, scored over 100 goals for the club. The next target is 150. As the ball is flicked on by Cassie into the path of Jess Driscoll, the Posh number 14. Can she pull the ball back? Good hands from
saved by the trialist.
Goalkeeper. Could be anybody, couldn't it?
Could be anything. Could be anybody. It really could. She is 16 though, so very young.
Rules out a few people in terms of age, I think.
Well, it's not me and it's not you, and that's all I can say.
No, my experience of goalkeeping was restricted pretty much to about 3 years. Then I got dropped and decided to play at left back, then got dropped from there and retired. That was my footballing history.
Speaking of left backs, here comes Malika Apindia. Still going forward here, still going. Defended well in the end. Cut out.
Talk to us about Malika, because you said that she was a left back that's converted, and her figures are extraordinary.
Yeah, so Malika was signed as a left back and did start a few games at the start of the season as a left back. But her sheer pace and physicality, Jason wanted to try her up top, because we did suffer with injuries early on in the season. Kelly Walther and Holly Turner were struggling, and we needed someone to play up there. He tried Malika up there, and she scored a couple of goals in the first game, and haven't really looked back. Like I say, she scored 27 goals and has 8 assists. Our top goal scorer for the season in 33 games, which is not bad stats if you do, if I do say so myself.
I think if you were signing for #United, you'd say, yeah, I'll play at left back, please, and then see what happens. As the ball is pumped in towards the penalty area. Two sisters in the Peterborough United lineup, Cassie Stewart and Katie Stewart. There's 30 other Stewards here as well tonight, but they're not their family relations, they're doing a job. I did ask Cassie who the better sister was, and she said very diplomatically, we're very different.
That is very good answer.
Which is code for me, I think. Katie is certainly the one that likes to be vociferous when it comes to challenges, playing over on that far side with a cast on her wrist. There's Megan, number 11 for Posh, Megan Parrott, again been with the side a long time. And Conville in midfield, who's missed the majority of this season with injury. She's been a big miss, because obviously the position she plays in CDM is extremely important. I say CDM, it's a FIFA term now, isn't it? CDM, it used to be just a central midfielder.
Depends who you talk to.
Exactly.
It depends who you talk to.
But she actually made her comeback far earlier than anticipated. She was put on the bench because we literally had no one else. She was there just as
fill up
cover.
The numbers.
Yeah, fill up the numbers. Someone else got injured. She came on. She went up front because that was the position where they thought she wouldn't injure herself, and she ended up scoring twice.
Fair play.
And then she played up front the next game. I think the manager felt it was very hard to drop her after she'd done that.
It is a bit difficult, isn't it, to be fair. It's Kelsey Smith playing at left back. She is usually a centre back or a right back, so a bit of a new challenge for her, but that's good defending there. Number 8 trialist. As Posh come forward again, but it's cut out by Captain Fantastic Grace Gillard, who's I don't think she's missed a game at all this season for us.
It's an extraordinary commitment as well to play every single game.
It is, yeah. Captain Fantastic, and there's Gemma Baker, I should say. She got married during the year. Got married actually, and then scored one of the goals of the season nominees the next day.
Yeah, we had a player, Hannah Hipwell, on the bench who used to be called Hannah Pendrid. Obviously got married, and we've done all her graphics with Pendrid on. It's always annoying.
Tell me about it. That was my job when I came in halfway through the season. She changed their name, and I had to change everything.
Jess Driscoll, one of the players on the ball who will catch the eye. Got a lot of skills.
Oh, I do love her. That's my sort of player. That is a flary centre mid.
Yeah, she started her career as well playing a little bit further forward, and has sort of dropped back into midfield now, but has actually scored more goals from that position than she did in the position that she found herself in at the start of the season. So
funny old game, isn't it?
It is, exactly. So, but she's got a lot of ability on the ball, as Jess Driscoll, as Cassie Stewart is on the deck. So
we've just had probably about 100 people join the stream, so welcome to the stream, guys. It's 0-0. Sorry for our streaming difficulties. We're still getting more and more people coming in, but we are 0-0 here. It's been a decent start, and it's just a beautiful stadium, and I'm enjoying every minute.
It's very rare that people say they enjoy every minute when they're sat next to me, but I'll take anything I can get. As,
it's early doors. It's early doors.
Cassie Stewart just in midfield, just taking her time to get to her feet there after a bit of a hefty challenge. She's been nursing an injury for quite a number of weeks now as Cassie, but nobody wants to turn down the opportunity of playing in a stadium, so suddenly everyone declared themselves fit, as you would expect.
Yeah, funny you say that. We've got a surprise for you guys as well later on in this game. For the last 20 or 30 minutes, the number 10, you'll have seen us tweet it out, the number 10 have some guesses as to who it is, but they'll be featuring later on in
Messi.
the game.
Is it Messi?
It could be Messi. It could be. I'm sure she'll appreciate that comparison. And here is Jodie. Has been out for a long, long time. Missed all of this season. She's back in the starting lineup as Eva Carvalho brings it forward. Looks out wide for Malika. It's just behind her though. Posh come away with it. Or do they? Malika coming back now. She has to go with the right foot. Sees it just over the bar. But that's the first sort of sighter for hashtag. Other than the original chances from the corner.
Yeah, first chance in open play. And if you don't shoot, you don't score. If you don't buy a ticket. For the raffle. All those amazing cliches that mean absolutely nothing. But here we
love
are.
them. We love them. We love them. But that's Malika's first shot, of course, as mentioned, our top goal scorer. So I'm sure she'll be looking to carry on that fantastic form and get a goal here tonight, especially in a stadium as this.
Ball just goes out of play right near the two dugouts. Dan Lawler, the Peterborough United women's boss, who's part of the successful Peterborough sports side that's just been promoted to National League North.
Congratulations.
He was missed a penalty in one of the games leading up to the playoffs, but they got their job done, and
that's all that matters.
They'll be playing teams like Darlington and York next season, so he's juggling the Posh women job as well as obviously playing at semi-professional level. Former Peterborough United academy graduate actually, Dan Lawler, so knows this pitch well, albeit from sort of reserve team football under Darren Ferguson.
Under Darren Ferguson, mad. And Sophie Kelly with a late tackle there, and that is a foul. That's probably the first foul of a day that potentially in a league game might warrant a card.
Exactly, that was steward to steward as well. It's Cassie playing what I would describe as a hospital pass to Katie, who threw herself in, and she'll receive a little bit of treatment. As I mentioned earlier, Katie will make sure the referee is fully aware that was a foul, and to get her cards being brandished in a certain direction, but she'll get some treatment from the physio, and Posh will have a free kick.
Always a good sign when she sits up though, so hopefully she'll be fine to continue. Not what we want early on in this one.
No,
an injury.
Exactly. We're about 13 minutes into this contest, playing for the Her Game 2 Cup this evening, which we're going to try and make an annual event. We've obviously played games here for the women's team in the past, but obviously important to spread that message and the core values that Her Game 2 stand for, and hopefully tonight it'll be a good game. It certainly started that way, and whoever the winners are will have their name on that trophy, and if it is a draw after 90 minutes, we will share it. You can have it for 6 months, we'll have it for 6 months.
Yeah, sure. Bring it back next year.
Exactly. Just talk about your season as we're about to take this free kick. Obviously you've had a really successful season, the champions of Essex, I believe.
Yeah, so we did win the Essex Women's Cup, but unfortunately due to the restructuring of the leagues and stuff, there's only one team that does go up from our league, and there was only 1 point in it as well between us and our local rivals Billericay. As Posh have a free kick.
Stacey McConville, who's gone for goal, and it's gone into the back of the net, and Peterborough United have the lead on 14 minutes. It's Stacey McConville who's had a go from, a long way out. It's hit the crossbar, and I think it's come back off the try-list goalkeeper and into the back of the net. I think it's one of those dubious goals committee, but if you want to tell Stacey, good luck to you. Yeah,
it's just unlucky really, to be honest. It's a good effort on goal, it's on target, and that's all really you need.
That's that raffle ticket.
Yeah.
One exactly, again, isn't it? It's a good strike, it's on target, and
just unlucky for the try-list keeper there that it's bounced off the bar and could be going in, but it has hit her and definitely gone over the line after that. So
exactly, not nice for a goalkeeper as a try-list when you have an own goal to your name after 14 minutes. But again, it's one of them whereby, as you say, you get the shot on the target, and it's always going to cause problems when it's right underneath the crossbar, and it's found the back of the net, and Posh have the lead, and that will give them plenty of confidence for the rest of this game, knowing that they've at least put a smile on the faces of all these people that have come to watch this evening, and we'll see how this progresses, but it's a good start.
Well, it certainly won't be a bore draw, and that's I think that's always a worry as a commentator, that it will be a boring game.
And we've done the 23s for the last 4 or 5 games of the season, and 3 of them finished 0-0. So it's nice to be able to commentate on a goal, and I'm sure our
not for me.
No, I'm sure our social team will have that goal up as quickly as we can, so you can have a look at it if you missed it in real time. And we will of course have the highlights across both networks, both clubs, over the coming days and what have you. As Niamh Connor, who's again featured for the scholarship team on Wednesday afternoon, in a 7-0 win over Cambridge United. Always good to win your local games.
Of course.
Again, with a showpiece game for the scholarship programme, and Eloise Copson, who is normally a centre-half, operating as a left-back. And the scholarship team actually were winners of the Cup against West Bromwich Albion. That game was played at the home of Doncaster Rovers. That was actually won on penalty kicks a couple of weeks back. So it's been a busy schedule for a lot of these girls, as I'm sure it has been for the hashtag girls as well, as a free kick is about to be swung in.
Sophie Kelly then, who takes most of our set pieces, swung in, is towards good area, and it's that's a fantastic block. Don't know who it was that got in the way of it, but without that, that's going in the back of the net.
I think it was Neve Connor who got her body in the way, and as I say, corners and set pieces are always going to cause a problem with the delivery that they've got, and that's a late challenge by Katie Stewart. I think the official has very much seen it. I mentioned Katie is a combative midfielder, likes to throw herself into tackles. She'll probably be thinking that I got fouled, let's foul someone else.
Yeah, as often players like that often do think that, and they always leave one in on someone at some point during the game. But I don't hate it. Love a good challenge.
There's a couple of players within this Posh side who actually joined us halfway through the season, around about Christmas time, from Holwell Sports, who are a side in our league that actually disbanded near Leicester. So Kaylee Elmar, who's playing as a right back, Faith Horner, who's on the bench today, and Evie Driscoll-King were all part of that side, and probably the localist side to them was us, and obviously benefited from their experience, and obviously particularly at this level, because when you get promoted, obviously you don't really know what you're expecting. In Doncaster Bells at this level, Boldmere, who were the team that got promoted out of this league, and Lincoln City, all strong sides, and you got people like Burton Albion who've been at this level for a long time. So nice to have that little bit of experience that you need at sort of FAWNL Division 1 Midlands level. And I know that manager Dan Lawler will be looking to bring a few more players in during the summer. A couple of trialists who've impressed in a couple of trial games this week on the bench today, and I think you've got a few. Obviously we mentioned the goalkeeper Phil as well.
Yeah, I think we've got about 4 trialists, and but at the moment one of our players that has featured in the first team a few times this season, and normally is the main centre back for our reserve team, Kelsey Smith. She's down at the moment.
Yeah, it was a hefty challenge from
was a bit late. Yeah. Pretty similar to the one that Sophie Kelly put in earlier, to be honest. Let's hope Alan's doing his best, so hopefully that Kelsey will be able to continue at some point. But it's not looking great at the moment. But yeah, just before that free kick was taken, we were talking about the tags season, and yeah, it's just been a bit of a frustrating one, to be honest. We won the Essex Cup, which was fantastic, and a really good night against Billericay, who eventually went on to win the league by 1 point. A couple of games really. We lost to Actonians, which really was the main one. We drew with Wimbledon a couple of times, albeit the last match we had 10 women on the field for the good chunk of the game. But yeah, it was just a frustrating really that the league restructuring has meant only one team goes up, because I think both teams, certainly us. I mean, we played Southampton, who are the winners of the division above, by I think some margin in the end. We played them and we lost 1-0 with 5 minutes left on the clock, in a real heartbreaking game, and a fantastic performance from the ladies. But yeah, it's just a case of so nearly there, and obviously we did win the cup, so it's not all bad. But I think the main thing we did want to do was get promoted. So hopefully next season will be the season, as Kelsey leaves the field, but I think she's going to rejoin after Grace's free kick. Sends it forward, getting into a good area. Jodie's there, and it's cleared away. Good football there from Posh.
Keir Perkins, who leading goal scorer in Peterborough United women's history, of course, and as I mentioned earlier, one of the first to agree terms for next season. Makes her feel old when I say she's a long-serving player, but yeah, she's been in good form. She's a striker, believe it or not, that doesn't like taking penalties.
Really?
She's only took 1 penalty in her life, scored. Whether she just 100% record, I've no idea, but she leaves it to others to take penalties, and you wonder how many she would have scored in her career if she'd have had that on her CV. Normally strikers are hungry for it, but leaves it to others. Does the skipper?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've not really heard that on too many occasions. A striker that doesn't really want to take penalties, but hey, look, if you're not confident, not 100% confident, then don't take the penalty. Give it to someone who is.
Exactly that. You're just joining us. Peterborough United women leading this game by a goal to nil, thanks to, we're going to give it to Stacey McConville, but goalkeeper played a part as Jess plays it through to Perkins, and the referee has given a free kick in favour of the visitors, which looked a surprise at first glance, but maybe you can give me a more biased view.
I'll be honest, if I take my hashtag tinted spectacles off for a second, I didn't really see a lot in it, but number 8, the trialist, or one of our 4 trialists today, complaining of a shirt tugging. I didn't see it, if I'm honest, but the referee's gone with her, so let's just assume it was correct, as the ball gets flicked on by the Peterborough woman's head, and Jodie unable to get on it. It's cleared away.
Good clearance from Niamh Connor, who has probably got half of Scotland here. She lives in Corby, and all of the friends and family were at the Northants Cup final, and I was sat just behind them, and vociferous is a word I'd use to describe how they were. I'm sure they'll be given plenty of sport today as a long throw comes into the box and is cleared by Driscoll King. We've got a Driscoll and a Driscoll King, no relation. As the ball is played into the box, Amy Butler has unfortunately dropped it at the feet
of Eva Carvalho, who pokes home for 1-1. Hashtag we are back in this game, and if I'm honest, it's pretty fortunate because Peterborough have been the better side, but over the last 5 minutes or so we have had a lot more of possession. But it's good from Eva to capitalise, be in the right position and finish into the empty net. I think Grace just got caught there as she clipped the ball into the box, and the keeper, unfortunate there really. I don't know what happened, but didn't quite get maybe she thought she was going to get a challenge in, but just managed to drop the ball and not collect it calmly, and Eva was there to poke home, so 1-1.
I think what happened was Amy was feeling incredibly sorry for the trialist goalkeeper at the other end and how the goal happened, and thought that, you know, it's about celebration of women's football, so let's
love it.
Yeah,
we'll go with that line.
Exactly. Yeah, she'll be disappointed with that, because, as you say, when you come out and try and claim it, you have to claim it, and unfortunately, it's gone through her hands a little bit, and it's a easy finish from close range, and we're all level at 1-1. Yeah,
I think when it's into an area like that, it's just one that the keepers are a little bit expecting to get challenged for, but if they don't, then it's one they should claim. So it's a difficult one. It's frustrating. I'm sure she'll be disappointed when she watches that one back. But good from Eva to be in the right position at the right time and battle to poke home.
Yeah. So midway through the first half, we're all square at 1-1. My Posh Women press officer Paolo Iantosca produced a wonderful stat pack for me for tonight's game, and I've left it in the office.
Oh no! Oh, do you have time at half time to go and get it?
I think I'm just going to wing it, if I'm honest. It's disappointing for me, that, but there we go. It is what it is, as Driscoll pokes the ball into the pass of Cassie Stewart, who looks up and tries to find her sister Katie on that far side, but Cassie taking her time to get to her feet, and she is nursing 1 or 2 injuries at this moment in time, and I think it looks like that stretch of the ball, or stretch to try and reach the ball, has caused her a little bit of damage, as hashtag have a throw in on this near side, and as we mentioned earlier, no one really wants to go off. She's just given the signal saying, I'm fine.
I'm
Leave
fine.
me alone. But everybody will want the opportunity to get minutes on the pitch. All the substitutes will feel that they deserve that opportunity, as Niamh Connor plays it towards Katie Stewart on that far side. And even the big difference for a lot of these girls, I don't know about how the setup is at hashtag, but Posh Women play on 3G for the majority of their home games, and even just that transition to grass can take a little bit more to get used to, even the pitch dimensions, etc, etc.
Yeah, definitely. It's something I noticed as I play, to be honest. It's definitely a big difference. But the women this season have been playing at Canvey Islands Park Lane, which is a pretty similar pitch to this. And I'll be honest, in terms of dimensions as well, it looks a pretty similar. It's a much better grass, but it's pretty similar dimensions and stuff. But next season we're moving to Averley's 3G pitch, so that will be something to so I think it will suit us, to be honest, because we do play some really lovely football and try and keep the ball on the floor, but we also have the pace to get in behind, so it's a pitch that I think will suit us next season. But yeah, I think we may potentially have the advantage then in terms of the pitch, as it's close to our home ground.
Certainly, I played on this pitch on Wednesday in a staff game last week. I'm still feeling it at the moment. I was only on the pitch for about 25 minutes, so I can confirm that it can take it out of you in terms of the legs, but they'll enjoy it. It's the last sort of hurrah for both clubs as they go into the summer, where I'm sure they'll get some well-earned time off.
Oh, definitely. You booked any holidays yet?
No holidays for me. We've got a few more pitch hires on here where companies hire the pitch out as the ball comes into the box.
Lovely back heel from Gemma Malika, and the bounce has come fortunately from Malika, but it's good defending, and it's out for a hashtag corner, I believe, which will be swung in by Sophie Kelly. And early signs were that we were causing problems from corners, and as you said, they were struggling. Peterborough struggled to defend set pieces, so potentially an issue here.
Yeah, certainly in the last 5 minutes, Hashtag have enjoyed probably more of the play and certainly deserved the level that they got in terms of the territory. And this corner as an in-swinger may cause some problems.
I think there's a change about to be made as well when this gets through, but that is into a good area. Grace Gillard wins the header, but it's not away. And Trialist swings it back in. It's into a decent area. Either the goal scorer's there. Great defending, great block, and Posh come away with it now. Kelsey Smith with some defending to do here.
Kia Perkins leads the charge for Posh. Can she get a touch to the ball? She's squeezing it home. It's going to hit the post, and it's going to come back out to safety. And Kia Perkins so close to putting Posh back in front as Jess Driscoll looks to Megan Parrott on this right-hand side. Can she put the ball into the good area? It's just too deep for both Perkins and Katie Stewart at the back post, but Posh will whisk her away from getting back in front, and Perkins, well, she did everything but score. She's flicked the ball past the goalkeeper, and so close as Posh are going to make a change, and it is Cassie Stewart who is going to come off. She looked like she was struggling from a number of challenges, and Hannah Hitwell is the one that comes on. Mentioned her earlier on, she got married during the season, and she'll come in to the Posh midfield, certainly a regular in the starting lineup, not in the last couple of weeks of the season, but she comes into Cassie's position. Cassie will be disappointed, but she's got about 25 minutes, 26 minutes or so on the pitch, and we'll see if she is able to come on a little bit later on. We're doing the old roll-on, roll-off substitutes, but we do have a fourth official who's buzzing to be using that electronic board on that far side.
I bet, yeah, of course. Shame to see her go off, but yeah, that chance there beforehand for Perkins. I thought she took it really well, to be honest. I thought she scored. I was about to be really disappointed. But the keeper closed down the angle pretty well, the Trialist keeper, and it was a difficult finish, but just wide of the mark.
It was just that second touch. The first touch was very good. The second touch just gave her a little bit more to do in terms of it just got away from her slightly. But when that happens, as you mentioned, the keeper narrowed down the angle really, really well, and you sort of have a very small area of the goal to aim at. And she did all she could, and on another day that spins the other way, doesn't it? Goes into the back of the net.
You win some, you lose some, and unfortunately for Peterborough, but fortunately for Hashtag, we won that one there, and the post keeping us level as it stands. Then Peterborough with a free kick. Yeah,
just coming up to the half-hour mark here at the Western Home Stadium. It's Peterborough United Women 1, Hashtag United Women 1. Posh opened the scoring from Stacey McConnell, pretty much in this position actually, and is she going to go again? She's put it into an area where Jess Driscoll is almost going to get a touch, and the Trialist goalkeeper flicks it over the bar, and both teams are showing their prowess from set pieces into a good area there, and on that occasion the keeper did just enough to flick the ball over the crossbar, and Peterborough United will have a corner that Megan Parrott will deliver from that far side.
Yeah, again another set piece. The set pieces on display so far have been of fantastic quality, and that one into another good area. I don't know whose marker it was. I think Grace actually lost her woman there, and managed to just bounce, I think, before it got to the keeper, but no hesitation to palm it over, and that's into another great area. Malika with the header away, back doing some defending for once, and then Gemma clears. Peterborough still in a good area though.
Here's Kaylee Aylmer, who passes it into Neve Connor, looks up, assesses the options, gives it to the feet of Katie Stewart, who flicks it into the path of Kia Perkins, but Hashtag will break, and they've got good options on this far side. Posh doing well to hold up the charge.
Caught in possession there, but it's cleared away, and Jodie could get there. She's not going to. Peterborough come forward with it now. May have to go backwards though.
Into the path of Evie Driscoll-King, who looks up and assesses the options, tries to play in Jess Driscoll, but it's well defended.
Only finds Grace Gillard, whose header reaches Kelsey Smith. Looking to play forward is Gemma Baker. And Grace. Can we find feet? Grace looking for Jodie inside. She's got the Trialist with her, but Jodie, and that's probably a rustiness there. Just the short pass going astray.
Difficult when you've got a couple of Trialists in the starting lineup, though, isn't it? Particularly as an outfield player, because you probably only played with your teammates once, at the most, to be honest, and it's hard to sort of get a bit of continuity. As Katie Stewart on the far side, doing well to keep the ball alive.
From Ellie Finneran there, though, with some great defending, and does get rid. Yeah, dangerous times coming forward now, and Jess Driscoll is causing a lot of problems.
Yeah, she's got a lot of ability on the ball. I think Hashtag United are probably going to make a change themselves over on that far side at this moment in time.
Just waiting to see who it is that's going to be leaving the field of play, but I think it's Jody.
Number 7, Jody Oswald. She'll replaced by number 15, who's Trialist C.
And the name Trialist C rings out around Peterborough Stadium, and Jody leaves the field of play. Tough one for her to come back into after such a long time of not playing, but we're going to make another change as well. And it's going to be Kaylee Winters coming on from the development team, and she's replacing one of the other trialists who's leaving the field of play now.
Always makes me laugh. How do they decide who gets A, B, C, D?
I don't know. It must just be done on numbers.
Surely done on ability. No, I mean,
you don't know.
You'd be. You know, I mean, a team of trialists is one thing, but who gets the gigs? That's what I want to know.
I think it must be the numbers. Oh, Kelsey there.
So that's one of those clearances you go, yeah, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Hannah Hipwell. Can she feed Driscoll? She does, but unfortunately Parrott, who's been out herself with a knee injury for around about a month towards the end of the season, sorry, hamstring injury, and anyone who's ever had a hamstring injury will know that you never really feel like you've got it back in the place you want it to, as you're trying to make your comeback.
Challenge there from Ellie Finneran, and Eva Carvalho can't quite just get there.
I've spoken from absolutely zero experience there on the hamstring front. I don't run quick enough to pull any hamstring or anything, to be fair, but there we go. It's a different story. Is Eloise Copson on that far side.
She won a free kick, I believe. Maybe just a boot left in there by Eva. And it's a free kick for Peterborough. Again, a chance to send this one in, and they've both sides caused problems early on from set pieces, and of course Peterborough's goal came from one, and we've nearly scored a couple of times from set pieces, so this could be another chance for a goal.
Megan Parrott is going to be the one that will deliver it, the Posh number 11. Jess Driscoll at the far post, and Eve Connor has made her way up as well to try and contribute, and the ball is hung up towards the edge of the box. It's flicked on by Connor quite cleverly, and Hashtag United do well to clear the penalty area. Can Driscoll turn? She can.
Great skill. Kelsey Smith manages to defend there at the second time of asking. Great skill from Jess Driscoll, and again showing she's really got some ability here.
Yeah, Driscoll again has a spell at Milton Keynes a couple of years back, but lives in Peterborough, loves playing for her hometown club, and Kaylee Almer will throw it into the path of Hipwell, but it has been cleared for a corner to Peterborough United on this near side, and Parrott again will, I feel like I'm repeating myself with Parrott, there's again for you, is going to take this one on the near side.
I refuse to make any jokes on that mark. Spencer would if he was here.
There was an under 23 game the other week, and there was a guy called Kinder playing, but it came as a massive surprise to me as Posh attempt
right,
short one.
I'm leaving, I'm out.
Parrott swings it into a good area. Evie Driscoll-King gets a head on it, but it has drifted just wide of the target, and it will be a goal kick to Hashtag United. You should be really, really pleased that you only get to come here once, because the jokes get no better.
It's all right, and I'm sure Spencer's watching, and he won't mind me saying that his dad jokes have improved a lot since his youngest was born. Yeah,
feel free to use any of the jokes that I provide.
Yeah, you're giving him some new material, I'm sure he'll love it.
I'll take 5% of any cut as McConville plays it into the path of Jess Driscoll, who looks up, tries to find the overlap from Megan Parrott, but I don't think she will get to that one.
Grace Gillard lets it run, and the trialist goalkeeper will have a goal kick. Plays it short to Catherine Nutman, or Mrs. Nutman as she's effectively known.
I don't know what your stance is of commentators getting cramped, but at the moment I'm in all kinds of trouble.
And that was definitely the wrong decision there from the linesman. I saw that from here. But we'll take it. Throw in then. Gemma Baker receives. Back to Ellie Finneran. And inside to Gemma Baker. Didn't get the call to turn there, but she did have plenty of space as Sophie looks forward. It's into an area, but no one's there. Gemma does collect. Cleared away in Posh. Potentially come forward with it now. Cut out though by Finneran. And here is Malika. Out wide. Looking to link up with Gemma Baker.
You can
almost good link up.
You can certainly see the confidence from Malika. She's obviously had a great season, and she's got a chance here.
Can't get the shot off. Still not away. And I think she was held up really well there, to be honest, because if she gives, you know, even half a yard there, she gets a shot off, and that's testing the keeper at the very least. Perkins has won it back though well.
Oh,
just unlucky with the pass there at the end.
Tries to play Stewart in, Perkins, but goes deep and plays the ball down the line towards Hipwell, and does well. He collects and plays it into the path of Katie Stewart, who's obviously got a sister now in the dugout giving her advice, I'm sure, as Perkins plays it back into the path of the experienced McConville. And that's hacked up into the air, and Jess Driscoll tries to take it down, but well defended, and Hashtag will create an attack of their own.
Forward then, and it's trialist on the ball. It's an other trialist. And here's Malika. There'll be a fair bit of that tonight, guys, I'm afraid. Grace Gillard on the ball then. Captain fantastic, sends to Kelsey Smith and gets it back. Looking to potentially swing one in. It's into a great area, but no one's really made the run, just not quite on the same wavelength. And as mentioned, that is the trouble when you do have a team that's not necessarily full strength, but is missing a few players that play together regularly. It's not necessarily about the ability, it's just on the fact that they're on different wavelengths a lot of the time, and you only get that from playing together, of course. Good
for Amy Butler there, because that was in a similar area to the one that she unfortunately dropped earlier on, and to have the confidence to come out. I know she wasn't under challenge as she was for the first Hashtag United goal, but still important from a mental standpoint.
Definitely.
To not worry about coming out and doing a job that the goalkeeper does.
100%. As Kat Nutman comes forward with it now, she's maybe looking in behind for Malika, and she will get there. Flicks it on. She's got a lot of work to do though. She's on her own. She's got a lot of pace with her though. Cuts it back. Oh, was that challenge a bit late? The linesman flag was raised, but the referee, it was only half raised. I don't think he was completely sure, and the referee's...
No, I'll be honest, I've seen him given.
Yeah.
I think if VAR was introduced, there would definitely be a referral back to the screen. It was one of those, as you mentioned, where the linesman on that far side was going to give the decision, but looked like he didn't have the confidence to do so, and the referee wasn't really looking at it. It was one of those whereby the clearance was being made as the tackle was happening, so...
As a referee, especially in a game like this where there's a lot of people watching, you don't want to have to give decisions when they're not 100% clear. And if there's any doubt in the referee's mind, he won't give those decisions. And the linesman there, you could tell by the flag, he wasn't 100% sure. So probably a good thing that it wasn't given, because you don't want to remember those sort of controversial decisions. If you can affect the game any other way by just letting it play, then it's normally what they do.
Good learning experience for Eloise Copson, who's, as you say, normally a centre-back, only 16, 17 years of age. So
she'll have her work cut out tonight,
exactly.
I'll tell her that much.
When I saw that, obviously Malika had moved herself over to that far, she's sort of floating around, isn't she? She's not particularly staying to one side.
Yeah, so Malika, as obviously mentioned, if you're just joining us, Malika is a left back by trade originally, but she's been playing up front this year and has been our top goal scorer. When she does play out front, she likes to get into the spaces in behind, but it does often leave her out wide or through the middle, whatever. She does move around a lot as Eva is out on that right hand side. I think you'll see Malika do a bit of everything. She'll be on the left, she'll be on the right, wherever the ball is in behind, wherever the space is in behind, you'll see her try and find it. As a trialist swings the ball in, and Malika's there, but it's one of them where if you're a right footer, it's an easy one for you to just slot home, but as a left footer, it's one that's always dragging across the goal. Yeah,
Driscoll King did just enough really to sort of put her off, as Megan Parrott, another who's struggled a little bit with injury this season, is currently down and will require treatment. Posh have got Faith Horner, who's a centre midfielder by trade, and Destiny Makanjuala, who's a centre half or sort of right back by trade. Nicole Hendrick, who's actually not named on the team sheet, I think is essentially replacing Trialist B, because Trialist B is not here. So Nicole Hendrick, who played towards the end of the season for Posh, is another one of the scholarship, another 16-year-old midfielder who has got experience of playing in the FAWNL. It's an example of the sort of pathway that they want to try and create from the development side through to the first team, and I know that a Hashtag, it's not just the first team either.
No, it's important, I think, and as a club, we're certainly very keen to make sure that there is a pathway, and that's why you do see plenty of our reserves and development obviously involved tonight, but plenty of them involved throughout the season, not necessarily just through the games, obviously through training as well, and behind closed doors you do see a lot of movement about and opportunities, especially at the moment with COVID and stuff like that. It's been a chance for a lot of players to come through and take their chances, but there are definitely opportunities throughout seasons where the reserves will definitely get their chance, and obviously development in reserves, etc. That's the pathway that a lot of clubs are trying to create, and obviously our two clubs are pretty keen on doing so.
What's the sort of rivalry like then with Billericay? Do we all hate Billericay? Is that the idea?
No, we definitely don't hate. We definitely don't hate anyone, to be honest. We just love playing a good game of football, and it's always a competitive game against Billericay. Obviously they're local, so it does tend to add a little bit of extra flavour to a fixture, and it's traditionally over the years been between our two clubs. Obviously before Hashtag were Hashtag. and you know, and with Basildon, it's always been a bit of a close rivalry, and we're the main two clubs as well as Bowers, who are in the division below, but we're the main two clubs in that area. So if you don't play for us, you probably play for one of those two around our areas. And as Malika's got in behind here, sets it back for the goal scorer Eva Carvalho, and that is another. That one is a fantastic finish from Eva on a weaker left foot. What a strike that was, Malika. Great working behind on the right hand side and cut it back well. And Eva Carvalho, what a finish into that top corner. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that one. No,
it's a fantastic finish, and again, I think great learning curve for Eloise playing on that side against someone who's clearly, you know, got a lot of ability, a lot of talent, a lot of you know, strength and power. On that occasion, she just nipped in front of Eloise and sort of pulled the ball back. But as you say, take nothing away from the finish. That's a fantastic strike, and Hashtag United lead this game by 2-1 and have turned it around from 1-0 down. A good show of character, as they say.
Yeah, definitely, as Perkins comes forward with it now. Looking to get straight back into this one, but the trialist cuts it out. But yeah, great work from Malika down this right hand side, and as you say, it's going to be a big challenge for probably one of the most talented players at Step 4. I'd say Malika, and we're very lucky that she's contracted to us and for next season, because I'm sure there'll be Step 3 clubs sniffing about if they had any sense anyway, because she's definitely a player to watch. Agent. Definitely a player to watch. Oh no, definitely a player to watch, Malika, in the coming years. She's only been playing football. This was only her 3rd season, I believe, playing football.
It's great how people find their sort of call in terms of football, and she's causing plenty of problems again.
She can look to get the shot off and be selfish herself this time. She is. Oh, I think they hit the post.
It did hit the post. Amy Butler down to a near post. I don't know whether she got a touch on it, but it's cracked the base of the post, and she is, at this moment in time, the best player on the pitch, as I guess you would expect, given what she's done.
Yeah, especially after the season she's had, Malika, that you'd expect her to have a big impact on this game, and it's a test for the, you know, it's the sort of game as a young left back or young centre back that's playing left back out of position you're going to want to have. It's going to teach you a lot of lessons, especially in pre-season, I guess you could call this. But yeah, it's going to be a tough test for her tonight. Malika is causing all sorts of problems, but like you say, we would expect that from her, given the season that she's just had.
And to provide a bit of mitigation if any more is required. I think Eloise has been struggling a bit with an ankle injury as well, but again, they don't want to not play in these games, do they? I think it's one of those whereby if it had been down the local park, maybe she might not have been playing tonight, but she is just down on her haunches a little bit at this moment in time, but she'll battle on.
Don't get me wrong though, I think she's definitely certainly started the game very brightly, and you know, Malika didn't have a chance in, you know, good 25 minutes of the game, so she's acquitted herself very well so far in this one.
We have got about 3 minutes to go to half time. I'd imagine there'll be 3 or 4 minutes injury time as well, because physio's been on a couple of times as the ball bounces around and goes out for a throw in to Posh on that far side.
Also didn't have a go at Ellie there for that shot. It was about 15 yards over the bar, so Ellie, when you're watching this back, what are you doing?
I thought it was a great effort. It's Eddie who wanted to make sure that came out.
Sorry, Els.
I thought Malika was going off there. I was hoping and praying that she was going off for a rest, but a long throw into the box from Niamh Connor. Now Niamh Connor has an incredibly long throw.
Yeah, I was just about to comment on that, I'll be honest. It's longer than Grace's. Grace has a long throw.
Yeah, we were looking to have a look and see if we could measure it, because obviously Peter United down the years had Andy Legg, who obviously a huge long throw. Exodus Go Hagen, another who played a local non-league scene as well, has got a huge long throw, and so it's a weapon to use.
Oh, definitely.
Just needs someone on the end of it. Posh have got a corner kick, and it'll be swung in by Megan Parrott, again into a dangerous area, and it's come off the crossbar, and it's put in. The rebound is put in, and I think it's Jess Driscoll who has got the goal, and Posh have drawn level, and it's 2-2.
Well, what another fantastic set piece. That is phenomenal area. It's just so difficult to defend against when it's put into that kind of area. I'll be honest, I was very baffled, I'll be honest, when the first effort didn't go into the back of the net. Cannoned off the crossbar. I think it came back and hit whoever headed the ball back on the head, and then fell kindly for Jess Driscoll, who has been probably the Posh's best player so far, you'd say? Yeah,
it was a great reaction from Jess Driscoll. It fell to the person you wanted to fall to. I think it was Niamh Connor who attacked the corner. Her header cracked against the crossbar, came back out, and Driscoll, calm as you like, stroked it into the back of the net, and Posh are level at 2-2, and great response from Dan Lawler's side to fall in behind, and great for Jess Driscoll. I know she's got a lot of family here, did the traditional celebration, which these days is the heart, I think. But yeah, great for her to get on the score sheet, and Posh are level at 2-2 as we approach the end of what has been a very entertaining first half.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a very good show from both sides so far, and as you say, great show of character from both sides to come from behind at some point in this game, as Ellie Finneran blocks that cross in and has it with the goal scorer Ava, who's fouled there, and that'll probably be a speaking to the referee.
Yeah, that was a crunching tackle, I think, from Stacey McConville. As the fourth official has indicated, there'll be 3 minutes of added time. The irony, of course, is that Peterborough United's men's side have scored twice from corners this season, from approximately 200 that we've had.
Wow.
And come today, and 2 set pieces have led to 2 goals. And
there's a stat for you guys.
I think we'll probably need to get down to the training ground and see what they're doing in the training sessions for the Posh women. Because
get Dan in.
Well, the delivery from both sides has been really, really good from set pieces. And you know, if you put it into a good area, then you've got every chance of causing a few problems. And Megan Parrott's delivery from corners has been dangerous. Stacey obviously benefiting with the goal that was sort of came back off the goalkeeper. And in the at the other end, of course, 2 good deliveries into the box as well. Of course, Carnage, and obviously you've got a player in this particular side for hashtag who's been the player of the match so far, I think, in Malika, and she's just over on that dugout side at this moment in time, as for some bizarre reason the cameraman has decided we're far more important than what's going on.
Get that camera
help you get a follower, I think.
Get that camera off my ugly face now. I can't be dealing with that.
If I'd known I was going to be on camera, I'd have made an effort.
I think I've got a voice for radio, so
well, I had a radio show for many years, and I was told that for many occasions as well. They would never put me on TV. I can see Peterborough, the Peterborough United mascot, who's doing a roaring trade down below, who's entertaining the masses.
It's a fantastic name, by the way, I'll be honest. We were talking about this on the way.
Exactly, Peterborough, I mean, Rabbit, I mean, it kind of makes sense. He's the hardest working mascot in football, is Peterborough. He's been to 170 primary schools this year, spreading the message of Peterborough United and what we all stand for. And
good for you, Peter. Good for you.
Exactly. Do hashtag United have a mascot?
We do, sort of.
Is it a hashtag?
It is, yeah. But let's not talk about it.
Does Spencer go in the costume, or?
Spencer does not go in the costume. No, Spen has a lot of stuff to do. He can't be doing that. I can't imagine Spencer in that. I must tell you, it's just a funny image in my head now of Spen in that costume.
It's a funny story about your guy Neil Smythe, who does a lot of work behind the scenes for hashtag United.
A lot of work, yeah.
He used to be the producer of Soccer AM back in the day.
He did indeed, yeah.
Years and years and years ago, we used to obviously I can say it, back when Soccer AM was good. Can I say that?
Yeah, Neil would agree with you, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Bullard, former Peterborough United player, of course, presents now. And back in the day, we used to have a very good relationship with Soccer AM in terms of stuff we did back in the day with Skills School and all that kind of stuff. And Neil was at the forefront of that. But I found out he's not here and he's not working tonight, which I think is a lack of commitment, personally.
It's terrible, Neil. No, Neil rarely gets a day off, and when he does, to be honest, he has to turn his phone off, otherwise he ends up being bombarded by myself and others as the half-time whistle goes then in what's been a really good display from both sides. Yeah,
Peterborough United women 2, hashtag United women 2 at the break. Posh opened the scoring through Stacey McConville's long-range free kick. Hashtag turning the game on its head to lead 2-1, and on a stroke of half-time, Jess Driscoll popped up with the equaliser. But again, hashtag 2 very good goals.
Yeah, Ava Carvalho's got both of them for us. The first, just capitalising on a mistake from the goalkeeper. It's just a bit of a difficult one. It does happen. We've seen it happen this season. And yeah, Ava was there in the position to tap home for 1-1. And from then on, I think we were the more dominant side, and Ava with a fantastic finish after Malika got the better of the left back, the young left back, and managed to hit it the top bins of this near hand side. But yeah, it's 2-2, and I think that's probably a fair reflection on the first half.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 2-2 is probably a good reflection of the game so far. We're going to let the people have a break from us talking and allow me to delve into a Pepsi Max, which has been sitting very conveniently close by, and we'll be back about 2-3 minutes before the second half starts with continued coverage of this Her Game 2 fixture between Peterborough United women and hashtag United women.
really do my job, shouldn't I, really?
You said it, mate, you said it.
Can't just turn up and commentate and then go home.
So, both teams are back out for the second half. Let's have a look and see what changes we have. So we have number 12, who is trialist A for Peterborough United, is on. Just trying to work out who has gone off. Faith Horner is also on, the Posh number 15. She will feature in midfield. We are underway in the second half in any case. We will confirm the changes for Posh in a second.
Don't think there's been any for hashtag, or if there has then I've missed them, but I can't. Oh yeah, trialist is back on in the middle of the park, number 8, and it looks like we may have changed formation actually. It looks like we may be playing 5-3-2 perhaps.
It's definitely Katie Stewart is one of the Posh players who has gone off. I'm just double checking. I think it's Stacey McConville who is the other that has gone off. The Posh number 8 has not re-emerged for the second half, and Faith Horner goes straight in to that midfield spot. Thankfully I can no longer hear myself in my ears, which is a relief, because I don't like listening to myself at the best of times, let alone when it's what I've said literally 2 seconds earlier. But
well, I managed the first 45 pretty well actually.
Well,
I quite enjoyed it, I'll be honest. Yeah, the one change I think we have, or we've made a couple of changes. Sophie Kelly and Kelsey Smith have left the field of play, and we've had 2 trialists enter the field.
Yeah, Posh number 12 is the trialist, as Jess Driscoll turns well and has a shot from distance. It goes over the bar. Speculative, although she has scored one of the best goals seen here actually in a game against Crystal Palace a couple of years ago from a similar sort of distance, and tried her luck from range there but doesn't test the keeper. Posh trialist is the number 12.
I'll be honest, that Jess Driscoll scoring from a similar distance, or scoring an unbelievable goal, doesn't surprise me at all. She's been a handful so far for hashtag to deal with, and our best player so far, Malika, coming forward with it now, and that's a knock into a good area, but trialist, the number 15, won't make that, and the goalkeeper, Amy Butler, collects.
So all square at 2-2. If you are just joining us, thank you for your company. If you are, of course, no football on the telly tonight for the first time in 400 years. So
what are you going to do? What are we going to do?
Well, let's enjoy this game.
Definitely, that's the plan. And if you are just joining us, hello. And it's been a great first half.
Very
so
Lionel Richie-esque there. You
very.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Is it? It's well, if you're looking for us, you found us. As Gemma Baker.
Can't imagine many people are, but we'll see how it goes. A run of a ball falls kindly.
So yeah, lucky bounce there. Great feet though from Gemma Baker, and probably just delayed the pass too much, and offside. Although a decent effort from the trialist. Yeah, just delayed that pass there, Gemma. And a free kick for Amy Butler to send forward for Posh.
Kia Perkins now has a strike partner in terms of trialist. Looks like she's gone up top. In the first half, Kia was the main striker with support from deep, but looks like there's 2 up top now. And Megan on this near side is also playing a little bit higher. Definitely more of a 3 than a flat 4, I think, as Neve Connor tries to clear. And Faith Horner, a player who signed around about Christmas time into midfield. She's had a good first season at this level, albeit interspersed with a few injuries. And Kaylee Elmar, the right back, plays it down the line to the trialist, who wins the throw-in on that far side.
Tackle well by Grace. And comment on Twitter, it has been a good match so far. You are correct, Tony. It's been a very good match so far. Both sides pretty evenly matched so far. I think both have had spells where they've been in control as the ball sent forward, and Gemma Baker will come forward with it now. Jess Driscoll trying to get back in to tackle her, but almost a good bit of skill from Gemma, but it's cut out, and Driscoll has the ball to come forward with it now.
First time anyone in the world has ever said something on Twitter that has been something anyone agrees with. But yeah, you're right, it has been an entertaining game so far, as the ball is played into an area where Kaylee Elmer closes down, but it's going to be a throw in to #United. Always good engagement when it comes to #United. I'm sure your socials are always busy.
Yeah, fairly busy, of course. We do try and keep that engagement up. That's kind of my job. So if we're failing, then that's my problem. As the ball comes forward now, Trialist just trying to link up with Malika, but it's just out of reach for her, and Amy Butler will scoop up. But yeah, it's a good job to have, and obviously very different club to be a part of, because as you say, our socials are always pretty booming, and we have the content on YouTube to think about as well when we do play games. Obviously, Devs and Jason, our 2 managers for the men's and women's clubs, don't care. They just want to get on with the football, and that's a big part of the club. We want to do well, and we're both clubs, of course, playing at very good levels now. So,
how quickly is it when a goal that's a worldie is scored? Do you get that person sending you a message saying, when can I see it? Oh,
well, unfortunately, that's the difficulty with what we do in terms of YouTube is we don't post stuff to ruin the videos. So
you tease it in.
Yeah, normally we try and we have like a bit of a 48 to 72 hours sort of thing where we try and keep it off the socials, and make sure that the video isn't sport for our viewers, because a lot of people don't manage to, if they're not members, they don't get to watch the games live, or if we've got the 3 PM watershed that we can't actually show the games live. But yeah, so it's a bit of an issue, but a lot of the boys are very, and the girls are very like, oh, can we get the goals, can we get it? And I get a lot of messages, so it's frustrating, but that's part of the club, I'm afraid.
We always have a sweepstake to see which player will come to us first for the photos and all that kind of stuff, as Jess Driscoll plays it towards the Trialist, who tries to catch up with it, but doesn't get there, and good tackle there.
Very good challenge.
Faith Horner.
Very good challenge, and Grace will have some work to do and wins a throw-in. But yeah, if the game's streamed live and the players are members, or if it's streamed live for free, as we sometimes do with our women's games, they do manage to screen record on their phone, and it does end up on some form of social media when, Neil, as you mentioned, Neil and myself are a bit like, oh well, thanks.
Who's the social media king and queen then when it comes to your teams?
Oh dear, that's a really good question. There's not too many that are really active, which is a funny thing to say, but some of them are pretty vocal. Bano from the guys team likes to post quite a bit, and obviously we've got Toby, who was a part of Love Island and probably has more he has almost double the followers that we do.
What a pass from Jess Driscoll to Keir Perkins. She rounds the keeper. Can she get on the end of it? Yes, she can. And Peterborough United women are 3 goals to 2 in front, and although Perkins will get all the acclaim for the finish, Jess Driscoll with a fantastic through ball, great bit of skill beforehand as well, and Posh lead this game 3-2.
Well, it's out nothing, and it's a Trent Alexander-esque ball. It's an unbelievable eye of the needle stuff. What a pass that was from. It was Jess Driscoll, was it, that played the pass? Yeah, fantastic, and as mentioned before, she's been causing problems all game. That is some pass, but take nothing away from Perkins, because that was a really composed bit of play, took it round the goalkeeper and slotted home brilliantly to put Peterborough back in the lead. And well, the second half has started as the first ended, in a good game so far.
Normally, she's a right-footed striker, so she'll be telling everyone about that in terms of the left foot finish, but it was a fantastic bit of skill to round the keeper, and a great finish as well. Not an easy finish, as a Trialist turns and tries to play it into the path of Perkins, but this time the goalkeeper will collect. And I'm sure if you head over to the Posh Women Twitter account, you'll be able to see that goal very, very shortly. The 2 from the first half are already there. Don't want to ruin #'s video, of course, but we are the home side, so what are you going to do?
No, crack on, it's fine. I don't know if we'll be putting this one into a video.
Jess Driscoll, who's definitely been the pick of the players for Posh tonight, and obviously Malika. It's almost like I'm not saying that the performances elsewhere have been below par, but obviously those 2 have shone on either side tonight, and Malika gets the ball now, but inadvertently plays it into the path of her teammate, and now she's got some good pace.
Wow, a chance for Malika to get into the box and get something for the tags, and that's a good bit of defending there, it has to be said. Just couldn't quite squeeze through the gap there, Malika, as the ball's sent long and Ellie Finneran wins the header. Malika back to her feet now and gets back into position, and Peterborough have a throw-in out wide. But again, you see Malika's pace there, and when the ball's put into the right area for her to chase and get in behind and work the defence, test them, get in behind, get them turning and running towards goal, she's dangerous. She causes problems.
I have to say, Eloise did well to stick with her. She had a little bit of support as well, but the pace that Malika has is You know, when you see the women's game and see as much of the women's game, you know, when a player has that raw pace, it really is a handful. And you know, she's covered so much ground tonight. You know, she's an unusual striker in a sense of, well, she wasn't a striker, but in the fact that she doesn't stay central, she doesn't stay left, she doesn't stay right. She's not someone who drops into a 10. She just seems to cover every blade of grass, and it makes a massive difference when you have someone of that ilk who can cause so many problems on her own without the need for others.
Yeah, 100%. Malika is everywhere. She's been fantastic this season, and again proving why she's right at the top of our goal scoring charts by, you know, just causing problems early on in the second half. But Peterborough do lead as Trialist sends it forward towards Ava Carvalho, scorer of both of our goals. She's got Malika for support, but it's a poor pass and it's intercepted well.
Good play by Driscoll King to intercept and then play the ball into midfield, and Faith Horner just tries to play it out wide, but she's rather laced that rather than getting the curl that she perhaps was looking for in terms of the pass, and it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Hannah Hipwell took a knock in that previous move and is just getting back into full stride, the Posh number 10.
Ellie Finneran then sends it back to Kat Nutman, who will probably go all the way home to our trialist goalkeeper.
She's going all the way home? That'll be a bit of a trek, wouldn't it, this time of night?
All the way home, yeah, to 16-year-old trialist goalkeeper, and then out wide to the right back, who is also a trialist. Under pressure, but she managed to keep the ball. Bit of a lucky bounce, and Ava's got Malika in front of her. She could find her. She does, but it's a bit late. I think Malika was after the ball a lot earlier, and Ava just took an extra touch.
She ended up playing rather an inadvertent pass that she knew nothing about whatsoever. I don't know whether she thought she was offside, but as you say, she wanted the ball a little bit earlier, didn't come and had stopped her run, but hashtag have another opportunity down the left. Ellie
Finneran forward then, and it's a good ball in. Could find Gemma Baker, it doesn't, but it's not cleared. And there's Malika, just trying to be too clever with it, and it's cut out and away come Peterborough again. Good defending though this time, and Ellie Finneran has the ball. Gemma Baker, ever the composed figure in the middle. Links up with the trialist, out wide. And hashtag, oh no, Pete. Well, there was a bit of confusion there. The referee originally gave the throw in the other way.
The assistant referee is still convinced it's a throw in the other way. The referee is giving it the big, I'm the referee, I'm making the decision.
Well, he initially agreed with him, so I was a bit confused.
I mean, he is closer, to be fair to him. So
I thought it was our throw in, I'll be honest.
Well, you have that right.
We'll take it. Ellie Finneran then with the throw in towards Gemma Baker. The header misjudged a little bit, but Amy Butler, the Peterborough goalkeeper, has kept that in.
And important as well, because obviously the corners have caused a lot of problems today, so important not to give away set pieces if you can get away with it, and Butler does well to claim and kicks downfield. It's good clearance from the Posh goalkeeper, Perkins, who tries to win the ball. Driscoll goes over and has landed awkwardly, and referee is right close by. Should stop the game, does stop the game. I think it wasn't a foul, but it was a heavy landing for the Posh number 14, who has played very well this evening, just taking her time to get to her feet. As I say, I think it's more about the landing than the actual tackle. Yeah,
it certainly wasn't an easy one to see, to be honest. It was one of them, you know, if he gave it, I wouldn't have an issue with. But let's hope Jess is okay to continue, because she's been really fantastic to watch tonight. She's been very good.
If you are just joining us, it's Peterborough United Women 3, hashtag United Women 2. My name's Phil, I'm repping Peterborough United tonight. Eddie is on the side of hashtag United, but we've got a lot of the viewers coming across from hashtag tonight. You're very welcome if you're just joining us. What are we up against now? Gogglebox? Is it Gogglebox time yet? What time is it now?
Well, there's no football
8:17, so yeah, there's nothing on a Friday night at 8 o'clock. You're either just going out or just getting in.
And if you're just getting in, well played. Hard work on a Friday evening, that is impressive.
You can blame that on the Jubilee, can't you? If you're just getting in.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Everyone's looking forward to that massive bank holiday as the ball was dropped by the referee. Megan Parrott sort of plays it into an area rather than across to a teammate. Jess Driscoll is back on, ponytail flapping in the wind.
Ellie Finneran at this left back, left hand side, linking with Captain Fantastic Grace Gillard. Good press from the Peterborough, and it's forced hashtag and Ellie to kick that one out of play. Ball back with Peterborough on the halfway line then as a throw in on their right hand side going forward. Faith in the middle is closed down by Gemma, and Malika has a chance now potentially to run with it. She's got a trialist out wide. that goes beyond her, down on this left-hand side, and she's with the ball in early, maybe looking for Ava, but couldn't find her, and it's cleared away.
Peterborough United women have their awards due next Friday evening. I don't think I'm in line to win any, but it's a good culmination of their season in terms of a celebration of what they've achieved, which was the objective, of course, to stay in the Division 1 Midlands of the FAWNL following promotion last season, which was a culmination of a couple of the seasons because of COVID, and finished top of both leagues in both years. Great test this year, coming up against some really strong opponents in the form of Doncaster Rovers Bells, who are a great name in WSL football, and of course Boldmere St Michael's, who claimed promotion this year, just pipping Doncaster Rovers, with Lincoln City just behind them in third. Hashtag United, of course, celebrating essentially being champions of Essex when it comes to the cup competitions. But that was a good night of celebrations. It was, yes, it was. I don't remember it, but it was a fantastic night. No, it was a good night at our new stadium for next season that we're ground sharing with Averley, the men's side. And yeah, very good win against our rivals for the title, Billericay, who unfortunately did go on to win the league. But that was a nice night of triumph, and they haven't beaten us this season, Billericay. Which is a nice thing to be able to say against local rivals. But not lost to Billericay, you can't sing that, as
no.
they say. As Hannah Hitwell, can she put it through to the try list? No, she chooses
good
to go the long way
around. Positionally there, stop that ball getting through and force the Billericay player, Peterborough woman out wide.
Just to make that very clear, that wasn't me, that was Eddie. And that's a P45 coming in the post. Posh have got a player down. I think it's Neve's just actually doing a shoelace up on the centre circle area. As throw in to Keir Perkins, goes back to Anna Hitwell, who looks up, tries to play the ball into the box. Optimistic shouts for handball, but even the worst VAR official in the world is going to give that one. And
ball sent in behind for Malika, but it's just not quite on the same wavelength. And as we spoke about, there's a few trialists on both sides, so watching them just watching them quite closely, I think it'd be interesting to see how they get on with potentially future teammates. As Gemma Baker sends a ball in behind for Malika, and it's well defended. Malika looks quite tired up front there.
Yeah, she has covered most bladed ground. She was actually up against Neve, who's the quickest of the Posh centre backs, and there's going to be a substitute on that far side.
And this, I believe, is Kelsey returning to the field of play for the trialist, or is that Kaylee Williams? I couldn't see there whether that was 9 or 8 coming off. And there's a second change as well, as one trialist is replaced with another.
Fourth official is still holding the board up. I'm presuming that change.
Yeah, it's not on the team sheet.
No.
14 is a trialist though.
Yeah.
So one trialist off, one trialist on.
Always going to be a challenge tonight, particularly given the fact that I can't see anything. So as the ball swung in, Amy Butler comes out and claims on the first bounce. Always good to have the support of the officials this evening, fourth official, and we've got obviously 2 assistant referees and the referee giving up their time to come and referee this game this evening. Lots of sponsors over on that far side as well, enjoying their prawn sandwiches. Disclaimer, there's no prawn sandwiches, we're not made of money, but ball played into the path of the trialist. She flicks it on to Megan Parrott. Can she get the ball into the box? Wants to get it onto her right foot. Flicks it round the corner very cleverly. Now, can she get a shot on goal? She's still going, Megan Parrott. Fantastic work, and her left foot shot is blocked and deflected behind for a corner kick. And I said Megan Parrott was all right foot, wanted to get on the right foot. She chopped me there, to be fair, twice.
Yeah, 100%. Fantastic play from Megan down on this left-hand side. Chop Cat Nutman, which is a pretty impressive feat on itself. And then Grace Gillard managing to get in the block in the way of a shot that was definitely goal-bound with a weak foot, Megan there. But fantastic play, and Peterborough on the front foot here.
And they have a corner kick, which Parrott will look to put into a dangerous area like she's done all night. I'll put the mockers on it, but no, it's a half-decent delivery into an area that could cause some problems. Hitwell got a touch, it's deflected back out to Parrott. Can she deliver again? She does, into the back post area, but just too high for Jess Driscoll, and it'll go out for a throw-in on that far side. It was a hanging delivery this time rather than one that was fizzed in like the first half deliveries, but still into a decent area, and nice to see that Posh players want to get their head on it and try and get it towards goal.
Down on this left-hand side then, Ellie Finneran with a throw-in. Hashtag looking to get back into this one. Of course, Peterborough still lead. And it's in behind for Malika. And she's coming down this left-hand side now. Potential chances, no one in the box with her though. She does try and cut it back for Gemma Baker, but it's cleared away and out for a throw-in right by the corner flag.
Yep, good defending on the cover from Hannah Hipwell, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Yeah, Malika, I mean, she has caused so many problems, and her energy has been first class. I think just she's getting her breath.
Yeah, 100%. She does tend to do that every so often in game towards the last, before the last part of the game, have a little breather. Unfortunately, that's when tired legs tend to be more inclined to booting the ball forward. Yeah, throw in there from Ellie Finneran. It's cut out well. Still on the pitch, not cleared away. Kelsey Smith wins that, and then Ellie Finneran will keep that in.
Good defending by Kaylee Almar. We've played around about 20 minutes, I think, in this second half. So if my maths is correct, we're around about minute 65. Long time ago since I did maths. As Eve Connor gets her head to the ball, and it's completed clearance towards Hipwell. Trialist uses her body well, but can't find a teammate.
Only finds the other trialist for Hashtag, who again can't find Ava, and the ball sent forward towards
Perkins with a good flick, and she's got the ball back from the trialist. Good running from Perkins off the ball. Great pace as well. She's got in behind the player, won the ball and played it back to Megan Parrott. She looks second favourite there, Perkins, but good desire and hard work to get the ball back. And Driscoll King trying to keep the ball for Posh, but under a lot of pressure from the Hashtag Danger Woman.
Yeah, doing well there, but it's Peterborough throwing.
Do you think she, obviously as a left back converted into a striker, she must have had a hell of a job deciding what squad number she wanted to wear? I mean, she's got 6 on, which is probably the one position that she
left
isn't.
back. Yeah,
surely a 3 or an 11 or a 9 or a 7.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 6 was given to her at the start of the season because she was a left back and new to the side. So.
What position do you play? You play for the reserve team, right? What do you play?
Oh well, wherever, anywhere on the pitch. I'm not fussed, but typically on the wing. But I prefer to play in the centre mid. But I don't wear the number 6. I do in fact wear 7 or 10.
The reserve team manager of Hashtag is listening. He prefers to play in centre mid. He doesn't want to be out on the wing.
Nah, Kears will be out partying tonight. He won't be listening. Friday night, 100%. As Peterborough come forward then, won it back well in the middle. And that's
good turn by Perkins. The referee says that a ball was won. Speaking to Keir actually this season, the one thing that she feels she's improved on, and you can see it in her game, is that she was always someone who would work so hard for the team, obviously scores a lot of goals, runs the channels, etc. But she's really learned how to protect the ball with the ball into feet. I think that's one thing she would say, an area of her game she's really improved. And obviously going up a level, you have to do that because defenders are better. You know, they're more physical as well. You have to, you know, go take the rough with the smooth, as they say, as the ball is dinked in towards the trialist.
Yeah, it's a big part of the game, especially defending from the front, especially with the way that teams play now, with this aggressive pressing that's come from the top level of the women's game, and Emma Hayes implementing at Chelsea. As Ava wins that ball back, good challenge, but it's still with the trialist for Hashtag, who finds Ava again, down on this right-hand side. Ava, the goal scorer of both of our goals, looking to beat the left back.
Yeah, Driscoll King does well there and wins the ball, and Faith Horner, who's come onto the pitch, already covering a lot of ground in midfield, as Jess Driscoll collects the ball and drives from midfield, looks up, can she find a teammate? She can. She's passed it simply into the trialist, who's tried to find Perkins first time, just overhit on this particular occasion, and Hashtag will try and make some ground down the left. Eloise Copson, who's doing a job out there at left back today, has won the ball for a second time.
Malika's done really well though, and she's stolen it. It's 2-on-1 here. Trialist over on this right-hand side. Can she get a shot off? Oh, the touch is not a good one, and it's defended really well. Cleared away. Malika shakes her head in frustration there because that was a chance to get back level.
Another change from Hashtag United. Number 2,
Ava Carvalho, scorer of both of our goals, is leaving the field of play. She'll be really happy with those 2 strikes in the first half. And coming back onto the pitch is Sophie Kelly, the danger woman who takes our set pieces, corners mainly. So perhaps that's a signal of maybe can we get back into the game via a set piece, because we caused some problems early on in the game, but we need to get on the ball, need to get up the pitch, and Peterborough have definitely been in charge of this second half.
Yeah, Posh are going to make a change themselves. It looks like it's Eloise Copson who is going to go off, and Eloise has been battling fitness just to get out there tonight, has done a very commendable job up against a really tough opponent. She's going to be replaced by her scholarship teammate Destiny Makanjuala, who is leaving the club. Actually, it's her last appearance. She's going to America.
Wow.
I think the weather's probably better. I think that's probably the reason why. I think she's doing a
I don't know.
scholarship program out there, so great opportunity for her. She's come into the centre of the Posh defence by the look of it, but we'll see how that develops. There's a good turn from Driscoll into Parrott, who plays it down the line towards the try list, but it's gone out of play for a throw-in.
Good luck to Destiny, of course, when she goes. Nice little run out as well at the stadium before you do go. That's probably a nice way to go.
Twice in 3 days, actually.
Yeah,
she was part of that scholarship on Wednesday, and coming a lot with me over the last couple of weeks, going around to these junior girls clubs and spreading the message of this game and the opportunity to come and watch good football here at the Western Home Stadium.
What a knock that is by Malika, and Ellie Finneran looking to have a go. The fullback there doesn't get too many goals. And, I don't actually think she scored for Hashtag this season. It has popped up with a couple of assists, namely the equaliser at the time against Wimbledon for a ball into Sasha in a game that we did eventually lose as Kelsey swings the ball in, but Amy Butler this time makes no mistake and collects and holds firmly. Yeah,
when you make a mistake in a game like she did in the first half with the cross that unfortunately came from her grasp, sometimes it's about how you react as a player, isn't it? You're going to get similar deliveries into the box, particularly as a goalkeeper, and she's had that tonight. And since that mistake in the first half, which you'll hold her hand up and say, you know, she should have done better, she's done really, really well in terms of handling everything that's come her way so far.
Yeah, definitely. She's dealt with everything so far. Everything
Put the mockers on her now, mind, haven't I?
No, she has. She's dealt with everything since, and it is a testament to character, really, when you do make a mistake early on in a game, and to come back and, you know, play as well as she has since. Albeit, I don't really think we've caused too many issues in the second half, as Kat Nutman has some defending to do. It's not cleared away, and Pearson comes forward with it now. She's got Grace Gillard to defend, and does go out for a throw-in to Peterborough on that far-hand side.
Clever play by Perkins. He uses the defender to win a throw-in. Now, if it was down to me now, I'd get that long throw-in, but it's actually played fairly quickly and into more space, but Hashtag will clear.
Sophie Kelly looking for Malika, but it's given her a lot to do, and she's probably not going to make that, although a bit of pressure may cause a mistake, but composed play at the back from Peterborough, and it's gone forward.
Evie Driscoll-King, who plays it back into the path of Amy Butler, and it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, kid, old, everyone plays out from the back. When I was a kid, it was get the ball and boot it as far as I possibly could away. Who do we blame for this? Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, everyone wants to play these days. But done a pretty good job there, but the ball is out of play for a throw-in to our visitors tonight, Hashtag United. You got your pre-season schedule sorted yet?
We do. We've got our pre-season schedule, and Jason, the manager of the women's team, has got a bit of a reputation for taking us here, there and everywhere, and we've got trips to all sorts going on, including one to Liverpool, which will be a good night out, I'm sure. But no, it's mainly for the teams. We've got playing a couple of teams that have won their league, so it'll be a good pre-season, and sure, plenty of travelling involved, especially for the men's team as well. But we haven't announced that yet, so it'll be pretty controversial if I was to say too much more.
Real Madrid, eh? Amazing.
Amazing. Santiago Bernabeu would be lucky. Ellie Finneran with his throw-in then. Throws towards the try list, but it's over to the danger woman Jess Driscoll. And Peterborough come forward with it now again.
Yeah, looks like we're into around about the last 15 minutes of this game. At this moment in time, it will be Peterborough United who'll claim the Her Game 2 Cup, which is good because I paid for it. But if it is a draw, it will be shared. And of course, if Hashtag win, then they'll get their name on the nice shiny trophy. And the important thing, raising awareness of what Her Game 2 have done and what they've set up in the last year. It was actually their 1-year anniversary at the weekend, trying to eradicate sexism from all forms of the game, and with a crowd, which I'll give you attendance a little bit later on towards the end of this fixture, but looking down at half time, you can see families, girls, boys, you name it, watching the game tonight, and that's what you want to see. You want to see people enjoying football, whatever the level, whatever the gender, and they'll certainly go home tonight and have be reflecting on a really entertaining game. 5 goals scored, still another 10-15 minutes to go as hashtag look like they're going to make another change on that far side.
And it is Jodie Osborne that's going to be back onto the pitch. Did start this game, her first game in over a year, and she will be re-entering the field, I'm sure, in just a moment. As it's coming forward now, Peterborough.
Hannah Hipwell in towards the feet of Keir Perkins. She's out wide. Can she get the ball into the box? She can. It's into a decent area, but will spin off the defender and into the goalkeeper's arms. And again, the Posh trialist who's playing up front has shown some neat touches in and around the Posh box as Driscoll drives down this left-hand side, goes away from the defender, looks up, plays into the area, and the trialist has got her name on the score sheet in, well, most words. She won't because his name's trialist, but she stooped and headed that ball into the back of the net, and Peterborough United women lead this game by 4 goals to 2. Great play by Jess Driscoll down the left-hand side. Again, her left foot, probably not her strongest, dinks it into the box, and the trialist has probably put that in the one place that a keeper's never ever going to get to, and Posh lead 4-2.
Yeah, and again, it's come from the danger woman, Jess Driscoll. She has been unplayable this evening. She's been fantastic. That great first touch after intercepting an early throw out from the goalkeeper that the our trialist couldn't get onto. Great touch from Jess, and a great ball, perfect, with enough pace just to flick into that bottom corner, and unsavable really.
A couple of substitutions happening now. Looks like Megan Parrott is going to be coming off. I think Cassie Stewart, who came off very early in this game with an injury, is looking to get back onto the pitch. In fact, she is. She's going to replace Megan Parrott. Just seeing who the other player is going to be that is coming off. I think it's Nicole Hendrick who is the player coming onto the pitch. If you can just see down on the near side, it's definitely Cassie Stewart who's on.
And for hashtag, if you're watching, guys, this is our number 10 this evening. It's not Emma Samways, it is Alex Bayliss vlogs. She's on the pitch. She's not vlogging tonight, or she is vlogging, but she's on the pitch now. Her return to football, much anticipated. She's back on, and her partner Jodie is on the pitch as well, which is a nice thing for the pair of them. And Alex gets her first touch now.
Yeah, Nicole Hendrick is definitely on, and Cassie Stewart in midfield is on as well. Megan Parrott was one of the players to go off. I didn't quite actually see who the other one was that went off. I could guess here, but I don't want to do anyone a disservice. I think it's actually Kaylee Aylmar who's gone off, the Posh number 2. Looks like Hannah Hipwell is sort of filling in as a sort of in-between winger, converted, whatever you want to say. She's certainly not a wing-back by trade, but she's on the ball on that far side, trying to prove me wrong. And looks like the referee's going to give a free kick, and she does. And we have around about 12-13 minutes left on the clock. Posh lead this game by 4 goals to 2, which is a fantastic effort so far. Referee just having a word with the captain Keir Perkins, and Hannah Hipwell, who's the aggressor when it came to that particular challenge. Looked like a bit of a shirt tug or an arm grab or any other wrestling move you can think of.
Armbar. Sophie Kelly then gets the ball from Grace Gillard. Gemma sends it back to Kat Nutman. Kat will probably look to play forward into an area, but there's no one there.
Talk to us about your number 10 then. She's normally a vlogger, yeah?
Yes, so Alex, if you're not a hashtag fan, then you should be. But if you're not a fan of our women's channel, Alex is the one that runs that. It's Alex Bayliss Vlogs. She vlogs all the games that we can't get our cameras to. And yeah, she's a big part of the family here. She's unable to play a lot of the games because she has a heart issue, and doctors stopped her playing full time at the start of the season. So yeah, Spencer's given her a camera, and she vlogs, does all the edits herself, and we also do a roundup on our channel. But most of the game, the action, is on Alex's channel. And yes, without her, we wouldn't be able to get the coverage we do with the women's team. So it's a huge thing that she does, and she works a full-time job as well as that. Which is, more than commendable.
Is she better than you? Sounds it, doesn't
Definitely.
she? Yeah,
100%.
Heart issue as well. It's not just like a finger issue. She's like a proper got a.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah.
There.
No, she's she's one of my favourite people. Alex, she's amazing, and she does a fantastic job for our women's side as well.
I'm sure when she listens back, she'll be delighted to know that she's in your top 3 favourite people.
Who
else is? Who else makes the top 3?
That's a tough one. I can't divulge that.
You've got to say your boss, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah, Spencer and Neil. No, it's it's a great job that Alex does for us, and it's great to see her on the pitch because I haven't seen her play before.
Keir Perkins on the ball for Posh. The trialist has just been down, getting a bit of treatment. She'll, whatever happens, whether she's signed or not signed to the Peterborough United women's side, she'll have that moment of scoring in front of well over 1,000 people at the home of Peterborough United Football Club. She's down on her haunches again. I think she's going to struggle to continue, but she'll always have that moment of scoring, and what a great goal it was as well.
Yeah, fantastic work from Jess Driscoll again, and the cross was perfect, and the finish was equally so. It was right into that bottom corner. The keeper's got no chance saving them, and it's a header of fine quality.
Substitution is happening over the far side for Hashtag, I believe. Looks like 15 for 20 if my eyes...
Yeah, Kelsey Smith going to leave the field of play again, and with roll-on, roll-off subs, of course. And again, trialist C re-enters the fray.
While that injury is being seen to, I can give you the official attendance this evening.
Drum roll, please, people.
1,412.
Wow.
Which smashes the record we set a few years ago against Solihull by quite some distance. And it just goes to show, I mean, whilst we've been doing a lot of work within the community, as a lot of grassroots clubs have done, it's great to see so many kids from those clubs who had visits from players over the last couple of weeks taking advantage of the opportunity to come and watch live football here at the Western Home Stadium. And it's great for both sides to play in front of such an enthusiastic crowd. They're below us in the stand that we're in at this moment in time, making up plenty of racket, and great to see so many of those fans here tonight.
Yeah, and obviously you guys as well watching on the stream. Fantastic support from everyone involved. So roughly about the 1,700 viewers mark, which is, you know, fantastic, especially for the women's game in a stadium like this. And with a game of this quality, it's been a really, really good game so far, and still 10 minutes or so just to play as Hashtag look to get back into this one. Peterborough lead, of course, by 4-2. The trialist doing well for Peterborough, but Ellie Finneran has a throw-in, and she looks for our trialist, number 15, but the touch is not what she was after, and out of play for a throw-in. Destiny then, the right back. Or is she playing centre-back? I think she's playing centre-back. Yeah, she's playing centre-back. With the throw-in, out of play then, off the Peterborough midfielder, and Ellie Finneran sends it towards Malika.
I was just doing some social work there. I felt like I had to keep up with you. Every minute I look to my right, he's either tweeting or doing some kind of social work. So I just hit retweet on the Posh official account just to let everyone see that goal, the third goal in this game, which is now available to view, which is the goal from Keir Perkins, who's just tried to use a little bit of a tactical shove. Not got away with it because she's done it right in front of the referee. Peterborough nearly got involved in that on the blind side. He's doing selfies down there. He's done more pictures down there than I think I've done in my lifetime.
Oh, 100%. And Kat Nutman almost running through the back of him.
The question always is, though, if you're a mascot, if you're in a mascot costume, do you smile when a picture's done? You must do, of course, of habit, no?
Yeah, I think it's just a reflex almost. You would. I'd love to. You'd love to just take the helmet off just for one photo, just to see what happens. He's
been waving that carrot so enthusiastically. Has he encouraged me to eat more carrots? No, he has not.
Yeah, me neither. I'll be honest. As Kat Nutman sends this one forward, it's a good ball towards a trialist, but it's headed away. Sophie Kelly might get there. Alex Bayliss does get there. Sends it back to Kat.
Be interesting to see if the matchday sponsors agree with how much we've been eulogising over Jess Driscoll's performance in a Posh show. It's very rare that a sponsor will say it's an opponent for a man of the match.
Yeah, I do wonder.
But you'd be hard pressed to argue if they went Jess Driscoll today.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think. Oh wow, great turn there from Jodie if she can get there, but it's just good defending off the ball there to prevent her from getting there. And Jess Driscoll there doing brilliantly to hold the ball up and sends it back to Faith. Again, them two linking up really well, and they have done all game, and potential chance then to get in behind.
Oh wow.
I think she may be offside the trialist here. The flag does go up, but that is again another ball that's just it's just sensational, isn't it? Jess Driscoll, she's really taken this game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, inside of the boot as I nearly choked to death, but don't worry, the ambulance is on standby.
Touch there from Malika is sensational, and she's still kept hold of the ball. She's looking to do it all herself, but that's some good defending there. Oh, and even better to sidestep Alex and play it out wide on this left-hand side. It's a ball. It's a speculative effort to try and get Perkins involved.
We better mention, I suppose, you say you've got a few players who are not involved tonight. Do you want to give them a shout out because they're part of your usual group?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, main ones are Emma Samways, who's signed. She was part of the Academy series, and well, she's been a big part of the team this season. She scored an absolute screamer against Stevenage. Sasha Adamson, who's probably watching. She normally does when she's not available to play. She's not in the country, I believe. I think she's doing some travelling, and she's been fantastic for us this season. Scored against Peterborough in the final. And Jess Driscoll is leaving the field of play. I'll be honest, I'm glad as a hashtag fan to see the back of her. She's been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, Stacey McConville coming on for Jess Driscoll, who's been unbelievable this evening, getting a warm reception by the supporters down below. We're fast approaching the last knock-ins of this game. Peterborough United women lead by 4-2. Just awaiting confirmation of the man of the match decision, which I'm pretty sure may well come soon. Big thank you to all of our sponsors this evening who've turned out in force.
Yeah, we're missing a few others as well. Hayley West, who's got championship level pedigree. She played for Crystal Palace and a few other teams, London Bees included. She's been fantastic for us this season, a real stalwart of the defence, and she even played in midfield in the cup final. But yeah, there's plenty not here tonight, but we've still got a fairly good squad out, fairly strong squad out, but a good chance as well for some of the reserves and development girls and the trialists, of course, to play a game on a pitch like this. And Malika back defending. She has been everywhere tonight. And Gemma blocks that ball in towards Destiny, from Destiny. In the middle of the park then. Peterborough still in control of this one, and hashtag do trail by 2. Good football here. Grace defending well, but a bit of an unlucky ricochet. Handball given though, and hashtag have a free kick. Well inside their own half, just outside the penalty box. Phil, are you alright? Phil's struggling here, bear with us, guys. Final change then for hashtag with not long left on the clock. I would imagine it would be the final change. Is Ava Carvalho, the scorer of our 2 goals, returns to the field in place of trialist B. 4 trialists in the hashtag squad tonight. A, B, C and D are their names.
To be fair, in 2020, if you'd heard me coughing like that, there'd have been people with masks taking me away.
Yeah.
I'm blaming the fact that A, I've been doing commentary, and B, Pepsi Max went down the wrong way.
But, that's why you need Lucozade.
Yeah, Lucozade when you're ill normally, but perhaps that's probably what I need at this moment in time. But thank you for taking over there whilst I caused a commotion to the left-hand side.
Just attention seeking. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'll do anything to go viral, me.
Anything for the content. Yeah, cool. We'd like you over at hashtag then in that case.
What's going on the hashtag channels then? Anything you can tease us with?
I don't know how much I can say, but there is a lot of content in this off-season coming. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. We've got plenty of pre-season games coming up, and there's not long now till that kicks off. The pre-season starts. It's amazing how quickly the turnaround is as the attendance is announced to rapturous applause in this stadium. It is fantastic. Over 1,400. It's been brilliant, and that's the woman of the match as well. Yeah,
no surprise that Jess Driscoll has been named as player of the match this evening, to rapturous applause as the ball is buzzing around the hashtag United penalty box. Confirmation of the crowd of over 1,400 here this evening. Great experience for both teams to play in front of so many people. Now, Niamh Connor, let's see how far you can throw this. I've bigged her up, but she has got a massive throw.
She'll go short now.
She is going to go, yeah, I mean, the trialist has worked it out. She's standing in some great space. It's thrown into her direction, straight into her path, in fact. Great
I
close
thought she was going to go for it for a second now. I thought the bicycle kick was on, but it's a chance still.
With a chance. Just squeezed out at the end. A good bit of defending in the end, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a good bit of defending in the end. Just squeezed Perkins out there, but again, she's been dangerous as well on the quiet. I know Jess Driscoll has taken most of the plaudits from us, but Perkins up top there has caused a lot of problems.
She has indeed. She'll enjoy that when she watches it back, I'm sure. Impressed by Niamh's long throw there. Yeah,
very impressed. I mean, Grace, our number 5, the skipper there, as you see, has got a long throw herself.
Should we have a throw off?
Yeah, I'd love to see that one. Throwing as far as possible between the two of them. I think Niamh might win, you know.
Niamh said to me that the reason she actually started playing football because they spotted her playing netball and that's how she then transpired to playing football. And the fact that, you know, although it doesn't sound like it's a unique pathway into the game, she's obviously a family full of footballers in terms of brothers, etc., etc. That was how she ended up playing football, and she hasn't looked back since. And she does have a mammoth throw. We're going to try for content, and you'll like this, try and see if we can measure it. And the easiest way of doing it is on this pitch, because we know the yardage from left to right. But the problem being that our videographer has decided to go to Florida on holiday, which is very inconvenient for us, to be fair.
Well, yeah, we'd love to see that. Definitely.
Yeah, it only started a week ago. Are you having this, going on holiday after being a week in the job?
No, that's disgraceful behaviour.
We signed him from Stevenage. Good feet there by Evie Driscoll-King. Plays it into the path of the trialist, who collects the ball smartly, trying to flick the ball around the corner. Good communication from the keeper to pounce on it. We must be into injury time. In fact, we are into injury time. 2 minutes of injury time.
You've done this before?
Not to a professional level, as you can probably imagine. I don't think Clive Tilsley will be quaking in his boots, but the Nations League has still not confirmed its commentator, so you never know. Channel 4 could come calling.
Alex Bayliss and the trialist linking up, but it's deflected off of Alex, and it's found Faith in the middle, looking out wide then. It's a good knock. Sophie Kelly, I think, will just about collect it, and Kat Nutman sends it forward towards Malika and Gemma Baker. Can they link up, as they have done so many times this season? Gemma doesn't look like she's too full of running, but Malika does, and she's coming forward with it now. It's a bit of a heavy touch though, and that's probably tired legs, but Ava will collect it. Doesn't find the trialist, and it's down right in this corner. Cleared away and out for a hashtag throw-in.
Looks like Peterborough United are going to claim the inaugural Her Game 2 trophy this evening. It's going to become an annual event with the showpiece game here at the Western Home Stadium moving forward.
It's a pleasure to be at the very first one.
Exactly, and very pleased that hashtag United accepted our invitation to come and play this game. Important for our team, obviously, to come up against different kind of opposition. And hashtag United, a mixture of first team players and development players and a couple of trialists tonight, have really provided a stern test, and it's a great way for both teams to end seasons they'll look back on with a great deal of pride and achievement. And whilst we lost in the Northants Cup final to Northampton Town, we were pleased obviously to finish the league where we did in terms of securing our status, and for you guys obviously winning the Essex, or being the queens of Essex, I suppose.
Yeah.
And just missing out on the league, but I'm sure you'll come back strongly next year.
Yeah, definitely. I think that I mean, it was the target this year is to get promoted, and I think last season just gone was to get promoted, and I think that'll be the target next season as full-time whistle goes. And congratulations to Peterborough women, who have won, as I say, the inaugural Her Game 2 Cup.
Yeah, it's finished here at the Western Home Stadium. Peterborough United 4, hashtag United Women 2, in front of a crowd of 1,403. Grateful thanks to everybody who has come out in force tonight. Thank you to everyone who has joined on our stream. Apologies earlier on, we tried to check on YouTube and YouTube won, but nice to see so many of you on our YouTube this evening. And I'll leave the closing words to you, Eddie.
Yeah, thanks very much for inviting us. We've had a great day out. It's been a great spectacle between the two teams. A very good encounter that finishes 4-2, and Peterborough probably deservedly, and Jess Driscoll was, you know, instrumental in that, and Peterborough deservedly do win this game. But yeah, thank you very much for inviting us, and we'd love to play you again, I'm sure.
Thank you guys. We'll be back in the new season with coverage of the women's side as well as the under-23s moving forward as well. But on tonight, it's finished Peterborough United 4, hashtag United Women 2.
And your winners of the Her 2 trophy of this annual event, which will be hosted here at the Western Home Stadium, goes to the Posh women. Congratulations once again to the Posh women on their victory, and thank you also to our visitors here from hashtag United for putting up such a fantastic game of football. Give them all a round of applause. a very safe journey home.
See you again next season. Be back full time.